Hello, it's the last update of the year, and today we're going to be going over our favourite things that have happened in social media this year and also some predictions for 2021.
So, my favourite thing on social media for 2020. This is really hard, but I genuinely do think that the one thing that's consistently made me laugh and consistently cheered me up on social media this year has been Dave. Now, you're probably all familiar with the TV channel Dave. However, I bet that most of you aren't actually familiar with their social media accounts. Dave are probably my favourite example of how to do personality on social media right, how to make your brand all about personality. Now, I don't know who the social media admin is for Dave. I don't know how they come up with all the stuff. I don't know whether it's a massive team or just one person. But every single one of their posts consistently makes me laugh. And if you've got a really dry sense of humour like I do, then you will not be disappointed. As for predictions for 2021, I genuinely do think that with how much Facebook and Instagram have been driving video creation and their video creation tools, I really wouldn't be surprised to see if they start doing more original series. Now, Facebook already do original series, but I mean, if you ask anyone on the street, the chances are they probably don't know about them. That's not to say that they're not good. However, I do honestly think that there's going to be a big push towards original content. An original series much like Netflix, but instead coming from Facebook and Instagram. They certainly have the funds and they certainly have the tools to do it. I think it'd be really exciting. I think it'd be really cool. But yeah, Facebook, Instagram, if you're watching this and you need some original series ideas.
For me, the highlight of 2020 has been Reels, and specifically the time limit going from 15 seconds to 30 seconds. I've really enjoyed how creators have used it to deliver impactful messages in a short, limited time. A good example of this is Leica Studios, an animation studio that's responsible for films like Coraline and Kubo and the Two Strings. They've used Reels to give fantastic behind-the-scenes footage and showcase their work. My prediction for next year is that we'll see that time limit extend even further to 1 minute in order to rival TikTok, and because a 1 minute video allows for a stronger narrative piece or information within a video without the danger of losing people because they know it's going to be a short video.
Hi everyone. So the best thing that I saw on social this year is Gymshark's Halloween campaign. Basically tagging other brands, asking them what the scariest thing is about working for their company. So Gymshark's was telling people that you don't go to the gym. Holland & Barrett telling people that you're not vegan. Lynx, the fear of getting another box Christmas gift set for Christmas. The list went on. It was very entertaining and a lot of hours lost in my life looking at that thread. However, one of the best things that happened on social this year has got to be this.
It's gone! She's an African grey and named Chanel. Chanel!
And then we go to 2021. So what I think will happen next year is we'll see more brands reacting to content rather than making more proactive content. We all spend ages and ages planning what's going to go out on what day. But at the end of the day, the thing that always gets better engagement is reacting to the latest trends on social. So I think we'll see more brands engaging with audiences and jumping on reactive content rather than planning big, huge campaigns.
My favourite thing from social this year was The Wingmen, the series on IGTV by Trent Alexander-Arnold and Andy Robertson. Kind of took them behind the scenes on what it's like to be a Premiership footballer. It was great. They did it episodically, so released every Thursday. It was long form content and it was just genius. The only problem, Trent, is you had your film in landscape, not portrait. So if you're watching, turn your phone around. And my big prediction for 2021 is this year we've seen huge crackdown in piracy, in data, and basically European and US regulators really going after big tech. And a lot of it's got to do with data protection. So I think the next big thing from 2021 is a paid for social service, something that you subscribe to and it doesn't basically pillage all your data and sell it on. So I think people now are so used to spending a couple of quid a month on a subscription. The next thing we'll see is that a paid for social media platform. So wait and see. Cheers.
So 2020 has been wild. But my favourite thing on social from this year has to be Aldi's 30th birthday party. So if you haven't seen it, they invited lots of other supermarkets to their party via Twitter, but they forgot to invite Co-op, which is super awkward. And my prediction for 2021 is that we'll have different versions of our online profiles. So for example, on Facebook, I can imagine us being able to set up how our profile looks for different people. So you could have a version of your profile that your boss sees, that your nan sees, and then a separate one that's a little bit more fun that your close friends can see.
If there is anything good to come out of 2020, it's probably Instagram Reels. But thinking forward to the future, in 2021, I've got a feeling Twitter might introduce some sort of shop. I mean, everyone else has done it in 2020, and Twitter's the only one that isn't. So are they missing out on something? Are they going to fill the void? Who knows? Happy New Year.
So my favourite thing in social media in 2020 has been Burger King's Whopper and Friends campaign. Ever since a load of places went into tier 3 and now tier 4, Burger King has now given free advertising to anybody who's using the hashtag Whopper and Friends on their Instagram. The original post has ended up getting about 40,000 likes, so it's been a genius PR ploy by Burger King, but also in its very nature, it's been helpful to small businesses, and that is just bloody awesome. Particularly something we love at Updates, with everything that we do on Best of Bristol and Birmingham Updates every day pretty much. So well done Burger King. And my prediction for next year, iOS 14 that's coming to Apple devices in the new year is going to make Facebook advertising a little bit harder. How hard? That's quite difficult to say at the moment. Without going into every single detail about iOS 14 and how it's going to affect Facebook advertising, because that in itself would be a very long video, essentially you're going to have the ability to opt out of tracking and various different things on iOS 14 if you're a user. That means very, very good for users and privacy, a bit more difficult for people to do targeted personalized ads to you. Now, obviously Facebook and the Zuck are not happy about this. They've even gone full boomer and taken out a massive advert in the New York Times. What have you become, Facebook? And Facebook are actually trying to position themselves as defenders of the little guy. That's right, they're standing up for small businesses by doing it. They're the ones that are going to be affected. Not like it's Facebook's bottom line or anything. Now, if you're confused about what iOS 14 will mean for your business, don't worry, a lot of people are. We're going to be putting together a guide in the new year that will fully explain some of the changes and what you can do to help prepare for them. So in the meantime, have a really great year and we'll catch you in 2021.